Thank you to the EA Creator Network for gifting me a couple of the packs in this video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today my sim self is dressed in a very festive color scheme because we're gonna do a little holiday build today. Nothing too crazy, just a Tudor style home in a very cozy Christmas aesthetic. So of course, if that sounds like something you want to watch, then get a drink, a snack, a blanket, get comfy, and let's get into it. We're working with a very small lot today. It's a 20 by 20 in the world of Widenburg. This is the Shrieking Llama lot, which is actually the one of the bars in Widenburg, which is the word from Get Together, in case I didn't say that. But I have no reference photo for today. I have kind of just built it out myself. And I'm gonna rebuild what I built on my own time, if that makes sense. And so it's nothing too complicated. It's a little bungalow style. And I might actually have made it too big right off the start. But I think maybe something like that isn't so bad. And then I'm pretty sure I wanted to have a little chimney here. And we can have it just go all the way up. For the back, it might not be a bad idea to extend it even further back, I guess. Though, is this a little bit narrow? I could make it slightly wider back here. And then we can put maybe a deck in this corner. There's not going to be much yard space just because, again, this is a very small lot. But I think that's okay because it's winter time, so you know, the outside of the build won't even be that interesting because all the foliage is gonna look kind of dead anyways, so I'm not too concerned with that. But I am really excited to do a festive build because I've been feeling very Christmassy recently. It looks like a winter wonderland where I am, which is such a nice change because where I used to live, it wasn't always a snowy Christmas. But now up here it seems to be pretty consistently snowy, which is nice up until Christmas, and then after that I feel like I get a little tired of all the snow, I guess, but maybe the magic won't wear off this year. We will see. But honestly, I mean, I did that really fast actually. That was a really quick shell, but something like this is basically what I wanted. I'm wondering if I put a second bump out here or maybe like a chimney, but we're already so close to the edge of the lot that I actually don't think I'll have the space. I don't actually know if I've done a build that was like a full Christmas themed house. I know last year I did some wintry homes and some of them had Christmas decorations going on, but I'm not sure I've ever done just a straight up like Christmas home. So I am very excited because I feel like I'll get to use a lot of the decorations that I don't usually get to use because they're kind of specific to certain holidays. So that'll be super fun, I believe. I'm just trying to sort out the roofing a little bit. I think the the 2 tile wide space works better for the entrance here. What if we had some kind of slight wraparound porch like this, and then maybe the stairs come up on the side? Originally I was going to have them be like a front entrance, but it might be cuter on the side for a little bit of asymmetry. Then maybe on this side we can bring over the same roof here. I like the little swoop that I've added. I think that's super cute. I almost wonder, should it be even more swooped? Like something like that, or is that too much? I don't know. I actually think it's pretty cute. Let me transfer it to this side and then we'll fully see. It's kind of whimsical. I like it. I'm gonna keep it. And then we're gonna take the octagonal roof, sorry, and we're just gonna expand it a little bit, and we'll use that to cover this bump out here. Which I'm wondering, the bump out could be one wider because I'm not sure how I feel about the two tile wide rooms right beside each other. Let's see. Is that too big. I mainly want this just so I can put the Christmas tree like front and center here. I could also curve this one. Yeah, but now I don't know if this is too big. The other option is we shrink it again and then maybe we have this be a 3-tile chimney. Or I guess we could just shrink it like this. Yeah, that works. Might throw in another chimney up here. Something like this. Oops, that's not right. Definitely shorter than that. I wouldn't have it be that tall. Or do I put it on this side? That might actually be a lot cuter. Okay, let's try that. That's a pretty good shape for the front. For the back, it is a little bit wider than this one. I'm just gonna duplicate this again. Adorable. And then maybe for here, we just do a half gabled roof. I'm actually gonna copy the floor piece though, so then that way we can add trims easier. Like this. Also, I'm not entirely sure if I'll have the time to do this because it is getting quite busy for me over here, but I am debating as like a little Christmas special kind of episode, just for those of you who maybe either you don't celebrate or it's just not the happiest time for some of you. I kind of want to do like a Christmas special, but it would just be like gameplay, like spend a Christmas day or like holiday day with my sim in this house. I don't know if there'd be commentary just because I don't know what I'll have the time for, but I thought maybe that could be something cute just as a small video for that day. But again, sadly, I can't promise that because I don't know what my schedule is going to be. But if I have the time, I think it'd be a very nice thing to do. And I think it'd also just be super cozy. So this will be going up on the 21st, I believe. So if you guys have thoughts on that, let me know. Yeah, time is passing fast. Like the holidays are right around the corner. I was really prepared for everything, but now in terms of like videos, I feel a little bit behind because I think maybe I want to do a few more holiday videos, but I just really won't have the time. But I think one can be good enough for now. Okay. Honestly, that's like the whole shell done. So that worked out pretty well. I wonder if I make that smaller, but actually I think it's good like that because I'm pretty sure the kitchen's going to be back here. So why don't we actually just do some wallpaper and flooring now? I am thinking I'll use the get together stuff because I was going for Tudor style and it's a Tudor themed pack, so it only makes sense. Maybe this warm brown one would be really pretty, or I honestly don't hate the gray. But I am trying to go for a bit more of a warm and cozy aesthetic, so maybe I'll go with this one. I'm actually just going to cover everything, and then we can add wallpaper accents here and there. Maybe this Get Famous one. There's also this stone one, which could be a nice accent. That could be the front of the house. I also wonder about taking this one that has even more panelings in it and maybe using that in the roof lines. Just again for some extra detail. I could even use the matching stone as like the chimney. I really like this stone. I don't know what it is about it, but I think it's so cute. What should I use for here? Oh, you know what? Vampires has a nice red brick. maybe I could use it like that. Or do I want the red brick to just be the chimney? Though I do think it's kind of weird to have two very different style of bricks right beside each other. So I'm less certain on that. I could even throw in a stone accent on the other side. Or maybe, ooh, what if the bump out is all stone? I'm not sure how that'll look, but we could try it. Maybe we go with a larger stone for the chimney. The brown's pretty cute, but I don't know if it blends in too much. Like maybe we need something with a touch more contrast. What about, I feel like Life and Death has something cute. Yeah, this one. Either with the border pieces or without them. Without them is just kind of standard brick. But it does have a really nice texture to it. Well, I guess there's also the cottage living ones, but Life and Death, I think, again, nicer texture. Something like that, maybe? But now we have something really realistic contrasting with very cartoonish sort of wallpapers, so I'm not sure. So maybe we should go a shade darker, just for extra contrast. The other wallpaper I really like to use, again, is another brick, but it's this herringbone brick. I feel like that's really adorable. What about something like that? Is that kind of cute? I could even do, there is this more fancy piece. Probably put that somewhere, maybe in the back there. Though I feel like maybe it's getting a little repetitive with all of this wallpaper, so maybe this needs to be a brick on the back. Or the stone, maybe. Or maybe the body piece needs to change. Okay, why don't I try this up at the front and the brick at the back. I don't know if it's enough contrast, but we'll see. Then I could even do the stone as the base here. It's kind of cute. Maybe I need to get the wallpaper, or sorry, the windows in, and then we can really sort of envision it. But for now, I'll park it with this for the wallpaper, and we'll move on to other swatches first. For the roof tiles, maybe we could go for more of a red shingle. Or red or brown, one of those. Oh, wait. Or green. I mean, it is snowy, so you can't really tell what shingle's under there anyways. But a green or red would be really cute, I think. There's a Life and Death green one, which I love, but I don't know if I want a shingle that big, honestly. Just want something a little more subtle. Or truthfully, even just a black shingle could work. Dare I use the horse ranch one? This is just one of my favorite roof tiles. Again, I'm not really able to show you it that well because there's snow on the roof, but if you guys watch my videos consistently, I'm sure you know what it looks like by now. Okay, so I could do a brown trim, which is super cozy, but again, it feels very matchy-matchy to me, which wasn't exactly the look I was going for, so maybe I go for, I was gonna say a beige, but I actually don't like that. I could do an even darker brown, again, sort of the same, or we can do a gray, which also works. The darker gray. I really like the brown, but I already have so much of that happening that I kind of wanted to mix it up. Let's try a black and maybe match the shingles here. I was gonna go for a standard trim, but what if we actually tried something a little bit cuter, like this one from For Rent? The little scalloped one. I think that's really cute. This one's also nice from businesses and hobbies. It's kind of cool because it's got a metal trim and then below that the wooden one, which is really fun. Oh, or there's this one. Slightly festive. This one is really cute, but I think once we add the seasons decor, it's going to be a little bit much. So I think I'll opt not to add it, as cute as it is. Oh, the green. That's kind of pretty as well. Or the red, but I kind of want it to be just like a normal house that has festive decorations on it, rather than one that looks like it was built for Christmas, I guess. Ooh, the beige is kind of nice as well. I think I'll go with the dark brown though. I like the contrast there. I think it was this one. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I am stuck with this roof piece though. I don't exactly know how I want to do it. Maybe I don't even use that style. I could just use another gabled one. And then they're kind of stacked, which is cute. I think that's pretty good. Is it? I was gonna say I think it's pretty good, but I don't know. Now I feel like it's a lot of roof suddenly. Yeah, this looks a bit more tame. I just wish that I could have the overhang without this bit. Which I guess I could kind of just change the roofline style here. It's not perfect, but we could go with perhaps a half gabled. I want it to have that swoopiness, I guess, but I don't know if I like it like that. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the octagonal one and then we'll kind of sort it out. It might just have to overlap. I mean, there's only so much I can try to fix that. So I'm also deciding I'm gonna switch this to a scalloped roof. I think it's gonna suit the trim that we've picked a lot better. So we'll try that. And now let's take a look at windows, because I believe, actually quickly before we do the windows, I'm going to do the foundation here. I can go with a matching brick to the rest of the house, or I could kind of switch it up. Maybe I'll switch it up just for variety. And I'll do the same over here. Ooh, actually, what about this one from Life and Death instead? I like that. I feel like we need to bring in a couple more realistic textures just to match the brick that I chose. I think that's nice. For stairs, I mean, there is Life and Death ones, but they don't exactly match, so I don't feel like I need to use those. Maybe a brick. Could do like a red brick. Maybe the front part is a red brick, but it doesn't really match the other bricks I've been using, which is my whole dilemma. Yeah, you really just can't see anything right now, so I'm honestly guessing with a lot of this stuff. So I'm likely going to pick things that I've used many times before and know look good rather than branching out too much for this one. I do really like the herringbone brick from Horse Ranch as well. I wish we had it as a wallpaper, but unfortunately it only comes as a flooring, which is really quite sad because it's a really pretty texture and everything, but it is what it is. I guess whatever I do to the front porch, I could do to the back as well. Maybe this one, the stairs can come off the front instead of the side. And I know I said I was going to get to windows, and now I've done about 5 other tasks before that. But I know I'm going to forget about the chimneys, so I actually want to see what I could do for them now. I know it might be a lot of chimneys, but also it is a like festive wintry build, so maybe I can even put a third there, because I do really like this circular one. It's really quite cute. The other option is we just put 2 of them in here. But I mean, I feel like there's other chimneys that do that. Like, that would be so cute. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it. It's really cute. I can't not put it in. Let me look at these ones. I always like using this cats and dogs one. It's one of my favorite chimneys, if not my favorite. It's probably my favorite of the 2-tile ones. And then my other favorite is this one from Cottage Living, which is usually a lot better for a 1-tile, even though it's marked as 2 tiles wide. You know what? Let's do it like this. Whoa. I'm gonna bring it in on these sides. Then I will delete the floor here, take this chimney and put it here. I think that peeks out just enough. And then what we can do is take a half-gabled roof. And we're just gonna make it a 1x1 tile. I'll match the paint there. And then I'm just gonna go for some kind of gray to match the brick. Same with the trim here. Is there a lighter shade of gray? Yeah, that one matches a little bit better. And then it looks like another sort of chimney. Or another style of chimney, I should say. I actually quite like the red brick here. I think that's a nice addition. So I'll keep it like that. And then perhaps now we can do the windows. So I know the whole reason I wanted this bump out, which I can't remember if I said or not, is because I want to be able to showcase the Christmas tree here. So I'm actually just going to delete this wall. And then we will find a Christmas tree. I don't know if it's listed as a Christmas tree. It might just be listed as a holiday tree or something. Yeah, holiday tree. Okay. Let's say, for example, we want to use this one from Seasons. Though I actually really like this one instead. I think it's quite gorgeous, and your Sims can actually decorate the tree and everything together, which is so cute. And would be a really fun thing to add for like the gameplay I do if I get to that. But since the tree is there, now we're going to go ahead and pick windows that will showcase it the best. So of course a window like this is really going to show it off, but it's not the style that I need. So I have to try and find some kind of medium. Honestly, should I use some of the Seasons windows in this build? I wasn't planning on it, and truthfully, I never really use these windows. There's nothing exactly wrong with them, but they're not quite in a style that I often build with. But I actually really like them for this build. And they fit pretty perfectly in the slots that this wallpaper kind of naturally creates, if that makes sense. So maybe I will. I'll just leave that over there for now, but this big window is actually quite pretty. But anyways, back to this window. We could do some tall ones like that, but I still want it to feel like it's a part of how the house is meant to be. Oh, there's these big ones from Businesses and Hobbies. Just getting closer, but I don't necessarily like that white trim. I think this one could work really well. Hold on. It has a red swatch and it has a really pretty deep green swatch, which honestly, maybe I'll use that one, but it also has this really pretty brown swatch. And I feel like that matches the house super well. Because I was thinking of using these ones with the diagonal munting. And I think that looks very nice. And I feel like this kind of has a similar feel because of this diamond part here, but in a bigger size so that we can actually get a full view of the tree. So why don't we try that? There's a lighter green as well, but I am going to try the dark green and see how that works out. I might decide to change it because, I don't know, maybe it's a little too festive and not realistic festive. But we can do some of these windows over here. Oh, I can actually fit these ones pretty well into this spot. The other option to kind of mix up all of the dark wood that we have happening is to use maybe like this one instead, like the light beige. I could even use it on the side here. I don't know if that makes that brick look a little weird. Maybe I use the brick for the chimney. And then for here, I just do a wallpaper, like the normal kind of wallpaper. Or here I do the stone brick. Or I do the all brick. I just think maybe we needed a contrasting wallpaper that didn't have the paneling. Because I don't know, it's a lot of vertical lines, especially at the back. When you look at the back, it's a little overwhelming. I could go for more of a all stone on this here, and then for the front bit, we can go back to the standard kind of paneling. It's a little weird with the window placements though, I cannot lie. I think the green isn't working as well as I hoped, so let's just go with the brown. I guess the other option is for this part, I could genuinely just do a siding, which does look really cozy. Okay, I'll try that. Now I don't know if there's not enough brown, but it's pretty good. I think I'm overthinking it just a touch, but what's new? Let's continue on with the windows, as I keep saying I will, and then I don't. There's no real good lighting for this side of the build, so I'm unsure if I want these windows. They do come in the beige, but now I feel like it's not going to match the rest of what I have. We have the windows there. I don't know. Should I put another here? I think that's nice. I feel like we need another set of windows, so I'll try that. For this side bit here, again, I do really like the diagonal munting, so maybe we could try this one from Cottage Living. That one's a bit tall though, so let's do the smaller one. I think that's really cozy. I can do that, and then maybe we'll do it on this side as well. I'll put it, well, I guess it depends on what the floor plan's gonna be, but for now, I'll try it there. Or actually, no, it can go there and then we can have the door on this side. And then we still need a front door. I'm realizing I have not added that in. I'm thinking this one, the stained glass window one. again, from, I was going to say growing together, get together. So many of these slightly similarly named packs, you know what I mean? And I feel like I get them mixed up a lot. This one matches the best, but it doesn't have the colored stained glass like this, which I would really like to include. The beige is pretty good. It does have green in there, which is nice for the holiday colors. I think that's pretty cute. I can't really find any issues with it, so let's go with it. What about a little circular window right above it in this nook here? I think, yeah, cottage living is gonna have a perfect one. So cute. And then we can maybe even put a little garland around it, which would be adorable. Oh, we need a back door too, so maybe the other get-together one. Ooh, maybe the gray. That's kind of a nice way to switch it up, I think. I do have some paneling here that I need to try and cover. Let's get a fence in, and then once we have the main kind of structural elements, then we can get the decoration box from Seasons and have our sim put up a couple of decorations. I could go for this wooden fence from Cottage Living. I thought I put it in green, but that certainly does not look green. Oh, that's really cozy and charming. There's either that one, definitely some kind of wooden fence. There's that one or the horse ranch one. I don't know, I really like this one from Cottage Living. I don't know if I also use it as my railing. I think it should just be the ground fence. And then we could have a different one for the railing. I can't really fit much fencing over on this corner. There's this one from Strangerville. I wonder if it's a little too busy with all of the detailing I have here. Which makes me wonder if I do perhaps put the stairs centered instead. Yeah, I think it's gonna work out a little better that way, so we'll go with that. Ooh, what about this one? This one is very fancy, also from Strangerville. It does have some really pretty color options, like this one with the brown and green. That's really gorgeous. Or there's the cream and red, which of course would match perfectly, but I don't think that's quite what I need for this house. So we'll go with the brown. I guess I will repeat the same fence on the back. And then I'll take the cottage living one again, and yeah, it's really not spacious back here, but maybe I can do a small fence there. Could maybe squeeze in a small one here as well, but I don't think that serves much purpose. There's no matching railing to this fence from Strangerville, which is a bit of an issue. Ooh, unless instead of the Strangerville one, we use the really pretty one from Life and Death. I feel like this mimics the kind of detailing that we have on the house, which I can't decide if I like or not. Maybe in a darker swatch. It's actually really cute. Okay, we're gonna go with that instead. I think it's better suited for what I'm going for. Let me find the matching railing. I'm gonna bring it in over here as well. Should I make it one taller? Yeah, I like that. I don't want it to be as in line with the fence as it was before, so this will be good. Now, let's look for the decoration box, and then we can see what sort of things our sim should add. Just move the mailbox for now. Okay, we will do select holiday decorations, oh, okay, well that's not actually what I wanted. Okay, let's take those down. I literally had the option to put up something more select. Okay, well either way, I guess it doesn't matter. It's same for Winterfest, but it can work for anything. So the eaves are going to be the roof line there. The snowflakes are really cute, but I'm kind of thinking we either go like classic Christmas in red and green, or we could do like the more yellow toned lights. We could go colored string lights, or we can go with the longer twinkle lights. Let's see what those look like. Oh, look at the little car coming through the village. That's so cute. Okay, the long string lights are actually really adorable, but I think maybe they covered the roof trim a little too much, so let's pick something that's a bit more simple for the roof at least, and then maybe we could use the long ones on the fence. Red and green chase lights. Let's try just these ones. Alright, that is pretty cute. We could lastly just try the less colored ones. Also quite cute, but I mean, we're going holiday, so let's go with the red and green for there. Then for fences, it might actually look way too busy on this style of fence, so we might in the end have to change that. But for the fence, we can try the twinkle lights. Oh, Winterfest starts tomorrow in my game. Alright, so I did get the decorations sorted, but I actually think I'm about to get robbed right now. I don't know what this is, but it doesn't look promising. So you know what? We're actually gonna save, and then we're gonna switch into live mode and see what happens, because I'm actually kind of curious, because I didn't think the robbers came in this form, but who is this? Invite in. Oh, it's Trashly. Legitimate and normal Trashly real person. Oh my gosh, you can see the raccoon. Okay, wait, let's invite them in and see what happens. Little side quest. Okay, come on in. Hello, friend. Trashly taking the time out of busy schedule to help spread awareness of small business opportunities. Other friend asked Trashly to say that. I agree because Trashly's excellent small business owner. Do you want to learn more? Oh, is this just how you learn about starting a small business? Oh, that's so funny. So I actually think it's a raccoon in the bottom, but I understand not everyone's cut out for business world like Trashly. If change his mind. That's so funny. Okay, well, I thought I was gonna get robbed, so that's like a pleasant turn of events. But yeah, I've never had that happen because I haven't done much gameplay in, I don't know, a couple months actually, so that's funny. But anyways, back to whatever I was doing. I got the Christmas lights sorted, so I guess let's do a little bit of landscaping and see how it comes together. I know for a fact that I want to use the holiday shrubs from, it was like an event last year, so I don't know if they're still available, which is kind of annoying, can't even lie. But I'm gonna make the exception because it's for a holiday house. I think that's so cute. Okay, we can do it on this side as well, I believe. I'm not sure what to do about this front section here because all of the bushes are going to be a little bit kind of ugly right now because it's the winter time, so they're going to be sticks mainly. Except maybe not all of them. I just pulled out 2 and they, oh, and 3, and they all look pretty good actually. Okay, well let's try those ones then because they match the hedges the best. That can be the little Christmas area. Should we maybe get rid of a couple of the bushes and shrink the fence. Bring this fence over here. And then maybe we could put like a little driveway here. I don't know if that's necessary, but I personally really like adding the little cars to my build. We could do a little classic red truck, like the Christmas tree farm red truck. It's cute, but I don't actually know if it fits that well, which is kind of sad. Maybe I just go with like a small red car instead of the truck. It's pretty cute. Oh, it'd be even cuter if I could put a Christmas tree on top of the truck or something. Maybe I could do that with the tool mod. Is there a red Jeep? No, there's not. There's a green Jeep, but... Okay, let me find a pine tree and let's see if this would actually turn out. I know I have a Christmas tree inside, so maybe it doesn't make the most sense, but it's okay. It's for the vibes. Okay, trees. Oh, we could even do this smaller one. This is the cypress tree, but it kind of just looks like a pine tree that's been wrapped. Like, you know, for those of you who buy Christmas trees, like when you go to purchase it, a lot of the times they have the casing on it so that you can put it on top of your car. So let's see. Okay, I'm starting to think that that one doesn't actually want to work with the tool mod, which is unfortunate. I really want it to. Maybe if I do the non-debug one, ooh, or maybe this one? Yeah, they all just kind of disappear when I do that. Dang. I really want it to work. I think it looks so cute. I can try these ones. Maybe one of these will work. No, none for those. Okay, this matches the tree there. I don't think any of the normal trees are gonna work, which is really sad. Oh, we should totally use some of these snowy escape trees in our landscaping. They already have a little bit of snow on them. So cute. I don't know. I guess I could try this one. Maybe because it's an actual object it'll work. No, they all just get like weirdly skinny and then disappear. They're not actually rotating. Okay, let's look at this Christmas tree. I mean, there's this one, but if I rotate it, these boxes are gonna go with it, which is gonna look quite strange. Okay, well, I guess there goes that idea. I was really excited, but it doesn't appear it's gonna happen. I know there's fallen trees with, I believe, werewolves, but none of them have the needles on it. So I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, last resort. Let me try this one for werewolves. I don't know why this would work if the other ones aren't working, but it's worth a shot. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have to give up on that tree idea, as cute as it would have been. I'm also wondering, what if I made this fence stone instead? Could that be cuter? I feel like it might be cuter. Oh, maybe I need to put the fence over here. Maybe with some of the bushes still, and then we can kind of shrink the fence along this side and make way for the car. Because I think the car kind of looked like an afterthought with how I had it. But if I do it like this, I think it should be okay. Something like that. I guess I could also just put the bushes up against the house. I think I preferred them against the fence though. They also come in variations with like colored Christmas lights, which is super cute. But I think since we already have the red and green lights going, we'll just go with the simple white ones. Don't know the best way to do the rest of this landscaping, honestly. I think we'll just have to go with a mix of shrubs and bushes and all of that. I think that's gonna look really cute though. So let's get going with the rest of the landscaping. I was kind of thinking more natural bushes, less manicured hedges in the back here. Like I really want to use these ones. These are my go-tos, but they really don't look great in the winter. I mean, I can use this collection from Cottage Living for this corner here, because that's a plan I use a lot, and I know, like, I can picture how it looks basically when it's full, so I think that'll do. Also could be really cute to add ivy, even though I know it probably doesn't make the most sense, but you can't tell me that doesn't look adorable. I guess I should change the fencing along the rest of the build so it all matches. Let's also get a tree in the front yard. I feel like that could help. We definitely need more evergreens going on. There's a really pretty one from Cats and Dogs that I'd like to use. It's a bit large though, this one here, but it's so gorgeous. The most wintry Christmas tree I've ever seen. Oh, it's actually really cute nestled into this spot. It blocks the chimney a lot, but honestly, I'm not too concerned. That looks adorable. There's also some of these ones, which are a lot taller, but we can definitely shrink them down. It just looks so cute. Okay, and then the ones from Snowy Escape will also be pretty good. Like this really big one would be good for the back. Hopefully it doesn't clip in with the walls too much. That's nice. I honestly don't really want to use anything aside from evergreens back here. Cottage Living also has some pretty ones. That's a very wintry tree, but it is a bit big for the space. Maybe I can go for one of these taller ones instead. I can try that werewolves one. Maybe another werewolves one in the front or in the back, just kind of peeking through. I feel like that's pretty good. There's only so many trees I can fit on this lot. It is a 20 by 20 after all. So let's finish up with the bushes. I'll use these horse ranch ones because again, they're ones I've used quite frequently and I know they'll look good when it's not winter. Even though this is like very seasonal specific. I'm not too concerned with how this looks when it's not winter time. And I feel like it would be easy enough to adjust for when it's not winter if you guys wanted to play like that. but for this video, I'm just concerned about getting the winter vibes. Just gonna try to find another bush that actually had its foliage, which I know I saw one earlier. I just don't know where it's gone. Maybe it's closer to the bottom. These are the hydrangea bushes, and they don't actually have flowers in the winter, but the bush is still there, so that can work. Really don't know where that other bush went. Oh, there's just the standard base game one. That could be a good option. I'll probably do this backside off camera. Well, I mean, I guess I could do it here. It's really not going to be much. I'm thinking a couple of festive hedges. Maybe like that. I don't know if I could fit another one here. Probably not. So maybe I'll just try to take the round bush to polish it off. I guess I could do it on the back as well, like that. And then maybe we'll have this bush from Cottage Living that I use at the front. Again, we can use it in the back. I will size it down the same though. I'll honestly just mimic a good chunk of this because there's a lot of trees. You can't much see it anyways. Okay, well that's pretty good for that. I'd love to put some terrain paint down, but we're just gonna kind of have to guess because there's so much snow that I don't even know what's gonna be painted under here. We'll go with this one though. Honestly, maybe I'll paint it all the way in there and just hope it looks good when the snow isn't down. But I think that looks pretty cute. Lastly, I wonder if there'd be any sort of dormers that we could add to this because the roof maybe looks a touch plain. There is the get together ones. There's the really cute Strangerville ones. Oh, that's adorable. This makes me want to do a Victorian Christmas house. Okay, I don't think any of these match what I need right now, though. Also, the spacing's kind of weird for dormers is the other thing. Ooh, what if I did something like that? It's not a dormer, but it adds a nice bit of extra interest to this bit. Yeah, I actually quite like that. We'll go with that. Oh, I could perhaps do it on the back as well. But I'm less concerned with how the back looks, to be honest. All right, I would say the outside is just about done, but we do need to put in some last minute decorations, like all of these garlands and stuff. I really want to use these. So we have this one from Seasons, which screams front entrance to me, but we also have this one from the holiday pack. It's a lot smaller. It's pretty cute though, I can't even lie. It's just way smaller, but I think this one would be really adorable on these windows here. Don't know. Well, first off, I would like to eyedrop it. I don't know if it's better maybe on the bottom and we size it up, or if it's cute kind of just under here. It's pretty nice like that. We also have a couple of bows, which could also go somewhere, maybe? Or what if we have some debug planters that are red flowers that I don't think change depending on the season? Or actually, maybe that's these normal ones. But I think a flower box might actually be really cute under some of these windows. Like the little white one, or This one's actually pretty cute too. This one's from Get Famous, I believe. But the colors, and it's not the right color scheme. Maybe we'll just try that one. It's just a base game one. I wonder about any of like the corbelers and stuff. I think with the roof's probably detailed enough as is. Maybe I shouldn't add anything else to it. Let's take a look at all of the decor. I did want to put some of these suspended stars in the back porch. I'd love if they were lights, but unfortunately they are not. But we will just pretend, but I think that's a super cute decoration back there. There's also these lanterns, but those don't work as well outside. We also have all of these banners. But I don't know, I don't love them the most. Not for this house, at least. We have a couple of streamers, or there's also this ornament one, but I'm not sure where I could put this, or if it's needed on the outside. I feel like these garlands will probably do enough. I should get some porch lights though, and maybe like one window, because the front entrance feels a little bit bland. We do have this Christmas garland as well though. This is more of a paper garland, which might be cute on the inside. There's this one as well. What else do we have from like seasons in the holiday pack? I'm gonna filter based on that. Then I think the holiday pack is just down here. Oh, we have these little reindeer. Oh my gosh, I have to put these somewhere. I could put them by the car. Maybe. It kind of fits there. Oh, it's so cute. You're joking. I've never used these before. That's adorable. Whenever I do seasonal builds like this, it always makes me want to have like some ongoing like legacy family, so that when these events roll around, I can decorate their house in Christmas or like in Halloween, like all of those sorts of things. But I do not have like a legacy family or anything at the moment. I mean, I've tried and started a bunch, but then, you know, at some point, like once they have money and stuff, I'm like, it's kind of boring to play now. Like there's no real added challenge to the game. So then I usually just restart. But yeah, doing seasonal builds like this would be so cute for legacy homes and stuff. I'm gonna put, maybe I can squeeze these reindeer on the front porch as well. It's just so cute. What else? Well, I have those garlands. Maybe instead of the flower box, I'll actually just put another garland over here. It's kind of cute like that. Maybe I'll just size this one up. Okay, it definitely looks festive. I did say I was going to put in a window though. A window and a porch light. I just quickly want to look at that window instead. I could use that on the back actually. Doesn't match perfectly, so maybe not. Okay, I just need some small window for here, like this. That's pretty good, but is it too matchy? I actually don't know if I love the window as much as I was hoping to, so maybe let's just do the light. Or maybe I could do a light and a mailbox. Some kind of combo like that. I'm not really finding a porch light that I like. Oh, we could do this one, perhaps, from Life and Death. That's pretty cute. Okay, I think I need to filter by packs again because I don't don't know if I looked at everything that I wanted to. Because the porch definitely needs a little bit more interest. There's present piles, but that doesn't make the most sense for outside. Should I put more reindeer up here as well? I wonder. They kind of get hidden on the porch if they're in that swatch. They're really cute though. I could maybe do another snowman up here. I don't know, but I feel like the snowman is kind of reaching into a different style of Christmas. Not exactly the one I'm going for. Oh, this holiday one for trees is also nice. Okay, I need something else for this side of the wall. Oh, this little plaque. Okay, that also needs to go inside. I have done the wallpaper and flooring inside, but I'll show you that after. Oh, we could do a wreath on the door. Definitely on the back. Like the holiday pack one's really cute. I don't know about on the front though, because we already kind of have a lot going on. Unless you put it off to the side, but I feel like that looks slightly weird. Oh, that's super cute as well. I'm gonna do more garlands back here. Okay, let's put down maybe a Christmas mat and then we can see what we think. There's this one. There is a base game one though, which again is from that like holiday event we had a year ago or something. We have the llama. We have the little just pine trees. That's really cute. I think I like the holly the best though. So let's do that. And then just one more thing on the side and we should be good. Maybe I could just throw in like a drain pipe there, bring in a little bit of realism, I guess. That's really cute actually. So that's gonna be good for the outside, which means now it's time to do the inside. This is the floor plan I came up with. We have the front entrance, dining area, living room, hallway, kitchen, bathroom. And then we're going to have 3 bedrooms. We'll have a parent bedroom, a toddler bedroom, and I think a teenager's bedroom. We can start with the entranceway and get kind of a sense of how we want the space to look. I don't know what best to use as like a holiday rug. Debating just putting on my color filter. But I want it to be like, again, a really cozy, kind of handmade feeling Christmas, at least as much as I can get with The Sims. So I'll at least try to go for red and green colors, I think. But yeah, I still want it to feel very cozy and everything. Like this one, for example, I mean, we all know I'm obsessed with this rug. This is from Adventure Waits, but it's got the green color scheme and it has evergreens in it. So I feel like that could actually be pretty good. Just gonna move the tree a little bit because there's a lot of clipping. Honestly, I feel like we can try it. We should definitely get some kind of hutch, and that could be where to put all like the winter coats and winter boots and all of that. They would need a lot of storage, I think. Could be something like this. I don't know if I was going to give them laundry. This is technically meant to be a chimney here. We'll see if that works out, but yeah, maybe not this one. There's this one from Laundry Day. There's this one from Seasons. Oh, there's also this ladder shelf. This one's also from Laundry Day, but has no clutter built in. Oh, this tapestry is going to be so cute. Okay, I'm going to put that there. Let's try this one from Laundry Day. I feel like it has the kind of aesthetic that I'm going for. And maybe we could put a big chair for them to sit and put their boots on and everything. This one I've been using a lot for like fall builds. Oh, but this red one could be really good for a holiday build. Maybe the chair goes here and the hutch moves over. Could be a little more centered maybe, but it feels pretty close with the wall there, which I don't know if I love. The chair could also go in the opposite corner. This could just center. We'll just do it like this, I think. And then we can put the chair here. No, the chair's gonna have to go on the other side. We'll just leave this section empty. And then here we could put a little mirror and maybe a console table. Or something smaller than a console table, perhaps. Or maybe this little hutch, again, from laundry day. You can do it in the matching color scheme. Ooh, or we try like the deep red. It's more of like a purpley red, but it is pretty cute. Ooh, I actually do like that one. Also, in case you're wondering, I should mention the flooring is from Eco Lifestyle. This style of wallpaper is from the Basement Treasures kit. Then we have Adventure Awaits, Realm of Magic, Cottage Living, Love Struck, and then this floor is just base game. Just as an overview of all of that. Okay, actually, maybe the darker wood looks better. Just gonna double check the swatches in here. Okay, and then let's look for a mirror. Oh, this one with the sticky notes would be really cute. I imagine this being like a very close-knit family, and Christmas time is just really cozy over here. I'm basically picturing like the Weasley family from Harry Potter, which is honestly what I've seen this kind of holiday aesthetic listed under. It's called like Weasley Christmas or something. So that's kind of my inspiration, but it's just like very cozy, handmade, and very maximalist. Could do a couple of different holiday pictures here. It's actually a really cute item that I never really use. I always forget we have it, honestly. I think the fun part is going to come with adding in all of the holiday decorations once I have the rest of this figured out. But maybe a garland on that wall. Or maybe, what if we just did it all around these two walls? Is it a bit much? Maybe. But like I said, we're going for maximalism here. What about a sconce on the side? Something smaller. Or at least a bunch of candles. I will be using these individual candlesticks from Love Struck excessively throughout this build, I would think. So get prepared for that. But also, would it really be one of my builds if I didn't include those? Because it doesn't matter if it's holiday or not, I use that all the time. It's just such a gorgeous object that instantly adds a little bit of extra coziness or whimsicalness. Is whimsicalness a word? More whimsy. It adds a bit of whimsy. Let's put a plant over here. I like this red one. I feel like that's pretty festive. It does block the mirror a little bit, but to be honest, I don't know if I'm that concerned about that. Oh, we also have all of these garlands from Seasons. I'm not sure I like any of those for in here. Oh, all of the little cards. Okay, I'm gonna throw in the little key rack over there as well. Could put a couple of bags. Maybe we can sneak them over here. And I'll try with the tool mod to see if I can pull them out from the wall a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. I'll still keep them kind of tucked behind, but I think that's cute. A lot of fairy lights and Christmas lights would also be good. Like in between the archways, it's kind of adorable. Oh, I love it. Okay, we'll just do one room at a time though. What about a wreath on the inside? How do we feel about that? Did I say a wreath on the outside was too much? Oh, we could even put one directly around the window. That could actually be really cute. Oh, I put one on the back door. But this one from the rewards event last year is actually really adorable. Maybe I can put that somewhere else. Like, I don't know. What if it led into the bathroom or was on the bathroom door? Maybe that's kind of weird, but I don't know. I'll try it for now. Just gonna type in festive and see what shows up. Oh, I do want to use those garlands somewhere. Oh, there's also this holiday candle set. Oh, and this curtain. That could actually be adorable leading into the dining room here. I could put it on the opposite side as well. It does cover the lights a little bit, but I think that's okay. I'm gonna get the coat rack over here just because I feel like you can't have enough storage if you live somewhere where there's a lot of snow in winter, because winter coats take up a lot of space. So we can do it like that. Okay, I'm gonna filter by seasons and the holiday pack again, just to see what comes up, because I don't really want to miss any decor. Oh, I do want to use this decoration box somewhere. Maybe I can tuck that on the corner there. This item is what allows your Sims to actually add these lights around on their house, or any of the decorations. Doesn't have to be lights. Yeah, we definitely need that somewhere. I could do that maybe instead of the shoe rack. I could put it here, and then maybe we'll just raise the shoe rack up and put it on top of this little storage unit. Ooh, or we put it up. I mean, maybe it doesn't make the most sense to have shoes up here, but it would look pretty cute. Okay, I don't think it's working as well as I envisioned. Okay, we just won't add any of those boots there. Other things we could add. Let's see. Yeah, like these banners are so large. Where am I supposed to put this? Okay, I found a couple of these drawings from Seasons, which are just adorable. Like, it looks like the kids could have crafted them. So I'm gonna put that over here because I feel like that's so cute. And you could put some of these little present boxes up on the top here. That one has snowflakes, which is really cute. You also do that green one, maybe. Oh, and this little mason jar. That's so cute. This little guy has a little sweater. We could try that. Oh, I really like this log one as well. Okay, I have a lot of options all of a sudden. I was gonna search a box and see if there's a good bit of clutter that we could put here. Not necessarily festive clutter, just any sort of clutter object. Maybe the little mail pile. This is from the Everyday Clutter kit. I like using this in the entranceways of my homes. feel like that fills in the space pretty nice. Okay, that's the entranceway all done. Super adorable. Next, let's make our way into the dining room here. I have a placeholder furniture, as you can see, but I actually think this is the table I wanted to use. This came with the holiday pack, which was free when I got it. I feel like it might still be free, but I could be wrong. But this brown and green color combo is really, really speaking to me. And I quite like the garland along the end and the plaid runner. Super adorable. Could we use the log as the centerpiece? I feel like these jars are gonna work best in the kitchen. Maybe same as these candles. Let's just find chairs for now before I get lost in the decorations. I'm not sure there's a matching chair to this table, so we might have to get creative here. Oh, like maybe these red ones from Cats and Dogs. That's really cute. Or what else do we have? I could match it with more green, but I feel like matching it with red is kind of more the look I'm going for. These ones would also be cute from Life and Death, but again, a little bit more purple. Ooh, maybe there's something in this cushioned one. That's really precious. I like that. I recognize first off that this house is not going to be for everyone. I have a very maximalist personal taste and I really like mixing patterns. So I realize this might be a bit much for some people, but for me, I think this is so precious and definitely the look I'm going for. So we're going to try these chairs also from Cats and Dogs. But I like this subtle mixture of red and green without it being in your face, I guess. Could even do the red one, but I don't like that nearly as much. For the rug, I don't know what would be best. Oh, I think a little holiday bath mat would be cute. Like I could just go with something a bit more simple, like again, a woven rug. Or maybe I go something a little more in the red-green color scheme, depending on what I can find. Ooh. That's kind of interesting. That green rug from, this is from a new kit. I think this is from the modern retreat kit. There we go. It is two different types of green though. Okay, maybe not. I was picturing a little more of a red rug than a green rug. Okay, so far nothing's really speaking to me aside from that woven rug I pulled out earlier. Oh, wait a minute. What if we use the really pretty Celtic inspired rug? That could even be better for the living room actually. But this is definitely a look that I think suits what I'm going for. Oh, it does look really pretty in the dining room though. Okay, but who would know if I used the same one? Honestly, I might try it for the dining room, though I do feel, whoa, I do feel if I pick that rug, I do have to change the chairs because even for me, I think it might be a little bit much. Oh, these ones. Wait. The little red polka dot seats. Stop, that's so cute. I could even alternate it so that the head of the table has the green chairs. You can't tell me that isn't the most precious thing ever. Okay, I do really like the rug. I'm just not sure if I want it for the the dining room. So let's just try this woven one and see how that works. I think we have enough of the red and green as is. So we can save that rug for in the living room. I definitely need a more whimsical looking light than just a pot light in here. So let me look at my options. Oh, something like this. Maybe the more chandelier-esque look could work. I wouldn't mind if it felt a little bit older or more dated in here. We have the cottage living light, that's promising. I was looking for this one. This is just a base game light, but it's one of my favorite ones. Something about the shape of it, it's just so perfect. I think I'm going to try that because again, it is more of that older look that I'm going for. We have these businesses and hobbies ones, but we also have these ones from Seasons, and I think these might have to be the winner because it literally comes with holly, and I could even do it in a snow dusted option. That's just so cute. And when am I ever going to get the chance to use this if not now? Maybe we can take out the middle one and put something a bit more feature in the center. It could be the logs, actually. A lot of candles happening here, but maybe that's okay. I might actually dim this overhead light and just kind of let a lot of the candles come through. We'll see if I keep it like that, but I don't know, I think that's adorable. Would it be too much? Because I do recognize we have a lot of candles on the table at the moment. Would it be too much to add a few more? Like these ones, perhaps. Just for extra height, maybe? I don't know, what do we think? I vote yes, personally. Can you really have too many candles? I'm gonna put that light in the kitchen. I actually think it's a bit overpowering for this beautiful, like, center setup that we have going. So maybe I'll use this one from Cottage Living. Yeah, I think I like that better. It doesn't come down as far, so I feel like the table gets to be the star of the show. We already have so much garland and stuff. I don't think we're going to need any more plants. It would be really adorable though to put out a couple of kitchen pots or like salt and pepper shakers just to make it look like there's a feast in progress or they're prepping for one at least. So I'm going to try to find some of those. I know Cottage Living is going to have the pot that I want mainly. Oh, we could even put out some treats. Maybe those should go in the kitchen though. Okay, this is the pot I was looking for. Oh, maybe the tea set? It's going to be a little hard to balance everything because of how much candles and garland are on the table. The tea set is probably better suited for in the living room, actually. So I'll just keep the pot out here, and then we can have like the mortar and pestle down here with the salt shakers. I might even shrink the pot. It's definitely covering the candle, but we can pretend that that is not the case. I mean, if I didn't tell you, you may not have even known. Oh, there's even red and green ones. Wait, that's perfect. Okay, I think that's so cute. For this section, I am gonna have a fireplace there, but honestly, what if I put one of these small ones just off in the corner? I think that's really cozy. And like, imagine your view while you're eating here. You've got 2 fireplaces, lots of little candles, the tree in the background. Yeah, it's so cute. I have to keep that. Okay, what if there was multiple trees in the house though? Like, could there be a little one in the dining room? Or is it too much? I did say I probably want to use this one in the living room there. And maybe I'll have my sim personally decorate it. Which means I could bring this one in here. I don't know, I like the glow of it, but I prefer the look of this one. But I am torn on if that's too many trees in one area. I wish we had more of a kind of slender tree, I guess. Like something a bit more narrow, because I think that would probably fill up the space a little bit better. This feels a touch awkward, so maybe I won't add it in the end. I could do just a normal plant in the corner. Oh, we do have this garland still as well, which maybe that should frame something in here. Or what if I sized it up and used it to cover the archway? That's a bit much sized up, to be honest. Oh, I could use it on this archway. Does it look weird if there's 2 different styles there though? Or is it not too bad? Maybe for this one we can actually use like a full-on curtain. I'm kind of thinking the cats and dogs ones, because I think there's a wide enough option. Yeah, like that. Honestly, even in the red plaid could be really good, just the default swatch. I'll switch this to a brown instead, just so there's not too much red happening. Then over here we have a giant space, which we can fill up with some kind of art. I don't know what kind just yet, but something cozy. I wonder if there's anything in the tarot collection. What do you know? There's literally Mr. Winter, Father Winter himself. Well, that's kind of perfect. I would like one more to pair with it though. Like, honestly, I would think this one, but I mean, clearly it's not a happy scene, but look at the cozy fireplace. Is it too much to add that? Maybe I'll do Father Winter as the main one, and then we could put a couple of smaller pictures around and possibly make a gallery wall. It could be cute if I do it right. Okay, I'm not really loving my picture options here, so I don't know if a gallery wall is gonna happen. Okay, wait, this side, we're getting somewhere with that side. Maybe I could put this picture over here. What about the chicken? It's suddenly a very different frame vibe than the other ones, but that could be okay. I could do it like this and maybe put an ornate frame there and then the other ornate frame here. And then do I keep expanding outwards or do I just kind of leave it as is? Something like that. Is it ugly or is it cute? To be honest, I can't tell at the moment. It's not immediately screaming ugly to me though, so I guess we could roll with it. We tried a map picture instead. Okay, I guess we'll try it. Maybe on this side, a bookshelf? Perhaps? Those are always super cozy. I just don't know how well it's gonna fit in the space. Because your Sims definitely wouldn't be able to walk through that. I mean, there is these ones which sit pretty flush with the wall. I would have to adjust the gallery wall though. Oh, this one's pretty cute. It's just a base game one that I feel I don't use ever, to be honest. I actually quite like it in this context. But now it feels unbalanced if we have one on one side and not on the other. But I don't know what to put there. Maybe just a china cabinet? Oh, this one from Paranormal is so cute. I love it. But again, we're running into that issue where this is a pretty big dining room, I'd say, but these cabinets aren't going to be able to fit. Oh, but it would be so cute. I do really like the cabinet idea. I just either have to put one on this side. I don't know, I'm just struggling with the suddenly it's unbalanced issue. But then without it, it looks a bit too bare. Okay, what if we just try a plant there? Don't really have any plants to select. In here. I mean, it could work. It's, I don't know, still a little bit unbalanced. But I'm not sure I'm gonna find a way to balance it out. Especially because there's like the walkway there and I don't want to completely block your Sims access. What if we go for just plants instead? Over here we could do this one from For Rent and we could do this one from Cottage Living on the opposite side. And that way it's a little bit more balanced. This plant is pretty big, but I really love it. Does it mean we need a second one over here to kind of balance it? I don't know, I wasn't thinking this house would be a super planty house. So that's probably good as is. Maybe we could do sconces. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, these little candle ones from Businesses and Hobbies are definitely an option. What feels the coziest to me, though? I feel like we already have a lot of candles happening in here. Oh, but look at this one from Vampires. Ooh, I'm gonna try these ones from Cottage Living. I really love how these ones look. They're like really pretty stained glass, which actually reminds me, I went to kind of a giant antique store, antique mall sort of thing, and it's a whole bunch of different booths and vendors, and I walked into one of them and it was nothing but the most gorgeous stained glass lamps I have ever seen, and it is my dream to own one of those one day. But they are not a cheap item. I mean, understandably so. I can't imagine how much work went into it to prep it, but they looked like these basically. And this is one of my favorite lamps in game because I want to have it in real life. And one day my dream will come true, I believe. But that's what these are reminding me of. I think that looks very adorable for the living room though. I don't know if we need just one other thing in this corner. Can I do another light, or are we kind of getting excessive over here? Oh, this one's gonna be really pretty in the living room. I can put that there. I wonder, surely there's some kind of small hutch that we could put in this corner. This one from Cottage Living could work. What if I shrink it and put it on a diagonal? I feel like that's a pretty good happy medium, or I just put it along this wall. Yeah, I think that's really cozy. We did need some kind of other like wood piece in here. I also want to use more of these pictures since I didn't even use all of them. Oh, I could do just the trees at the front, and then here we could put the deer and I think the little holly. There's also ceiling decor. Oh, I really like this garland. I don't know what it has for holiday stuff, but there is snowflakes, and that is really cute. Could I do that before the curtain, or is that too much? I think it's kind of just enough. Again, I said I was going maximalist, so I think that's pretty cute. Oh, or I could just do it above the table. Or I could do these ones above the table. There's really just so many options. I could do paper lanterns instead of the overhead light, but if I take away the overhead light, it might be too dark. Yeah, because there is no windows in here, so I will leave that. Okay, I'll sort out the clutter over there after. Now I want to do, you know what, let's do the living room. So I have my sim come in and decorate the tree, and this is what it looks like. I went with the red and gold decorations, the popcorn and cranberry garland, and then the Star Wars topper, and then I did put a tree skirt, but it doesn't appear to show up. And then I did change the colors on this tree to be the red swatch, and it just gave the most pretty glow to this room, which led me to do this. Look at this dining room. Are you kidding me? This is exactly what I envisioned. I think it looks so pretty in here. The way I'm getting this really gorgeous warm glow is, instead, what I usually do is I put it to like a warm white, but instead I've actually put it on the yellow orange, and it just gives off the coziest glow. So that's what I've gone with. And then I took these string lights from Businesses and Hobbies that you can kind of piece together, and then I just changed them, like each one to be a different color. So I have green, I have yellow orange, I have red, I have blue, and then I start to repeat it again, and that's how I got the more like multicolored string light look, which I'm a sucker for multicolored Christmas lights. I have them in my office right now. I have them up all year round, so this is exactly the vibe I was going for. But that's enough about that little spiel. I just wanted to share it with you guys because I think that really elevated everything in this house, and now I'm just even more excited to keep building. The next step is going to be to find a cozy couch set, or a set of couches. They don't necessarily have to be a set. Do you know what I mean? Like, they don't have to be two of the same kind. Initially, I'm thinking this green one because I love this green couch. I also think maybe this red one, but it might be a little harsh of a red. Like, again, I want things to be a little more like subtle, I guess. And maybe the blue is also throwing me off a little bit. There's this one too, which is another gorgeous green from Discover University. There's this one from the new Modern Retreat build or kit, but I don't think it's quite the right shade of green for me. There's the base game one, good old reliable. Or there's this leather one. There's really just going to be a lot of options, I think. Again, it's red, but it has the blue accents, which is not what I wanted. Oh, you know what? There is the horse ranch one. Let me find it. This one, and it does come in a green with a bunch of pillows. I feel like these two look possibly the most lived in. There's also a red one. The green stripe is also really cute, actually. I don't know if it's too pale of a green, but if we get the lighting more similar to this, it could work. Oh, it looks really cute in there, actually. Thoughts? I don't know. I don't think I should do both of them. It's one or the other, but I do prefer, I think, a more fabric look over the leather look, just for this build specifically. I could still pair it with this one, but you can tell that they're two different types of green, so maybe not. Should I have two big couches, or one big couch and a love seat, or one big couch and some smaller chairs? This circular one could also work. I do kind of see that. Actually, yeah, that one's that's perfect for what I want in here. So I'll have that couch. Also, I did kind of just push everything off to the corner, but I realize it looks a little bit crazy. Maybe I should put it into the hallway and I can pull from there. I'm just scared I'm gonna forget if it's over there. Okay, I think it makes the most sense to have the couch centered with the doorway, but is it the maximum amount of cozy? I'm not sure. Like, I kind of want everything to be scooched a little closer to the tree, and then we have more of a hallway here. Again, this was placeholder, but with the intention of it probably being the one I use. This one's also really cute, but I don't think you can beat the bows and the garland. There would be a way for me to do it without that if I really wanted a different kind of fireplace, but I like this one. I think it's really cute, so we'll go with it. Okay, I'm not sold on the rug. It could, maybe it could go in the parents' room. I feel like I'm just going to keep moving this rug and then in the end decide that I'm not going to use it. I don't know, I just feel like it's really busy and I've kind of picked a lot of other busy items as well, so it's a bit over the top. Just trying to see if I like it if I cover it. I don't know, it's really pretty, but maybe I'll put it in the parents' room instead. Okay, I also haven't decided about this couch. Is that the one that I want? Let me look at the love seats. I do really like this high back chair. Like, I love the swatches that come on this, but I find it such a difficult item to use if it's not up against a wall. Like, it really just blocks off everything. So I won't be using it, but maybe I can use the chair version of it. I'm not loving the love seat options. Let's look at the chairs. Oh, we do have really pretty striped ones here from Cottage Living. We could even pair them like this. Though, is it a little much? Maybe. What if they were both just red? Or if we had two different styles of red living chair? Like, here's the high back one I was talking about. This feels a lot more manageable than a full love seat. But it's got the little blanket on top. It's so cute. I don't know if I like having these two together, if they're two different heights, to be honest. But this looks like, this red one here looks like the kind of chair that you would read a holiday story in or something. I think it's so cute. Ooh, or I could pair it with this. These ones don't look as cozy as this one because they don't have the blankets. But I do appreciate the height match. And I feel like they're similar-ish styles. Okay, I'm not fully sold on the layout here. Should this spot be empty and we put a little side table here? And then the lamp could go here, or the lamp goes over beside the couch. I want to use it in this deep red though. I think I'll put it here. Why don't I try putting this one in the orange light? Yeah, that's super cozy. Just for a better sense of space, let's put in a side table. I feel like the cats and dogs one will be what I use. This one here. It's just a really gorgeous table, and specifically in this swatch where you can see more of the wood knots, I'm kind of rhymed, that is one of my favorites. Okay, maybe I even scooch this over and we have like a walkway like this. Put the lamp here. But I'll probably have a lamp on that side table, so actually let's put it here. Okay, I really need a rug to ground the space because there's a lot of items and nothing to kind of anchor it all. So let's find something. Honestly, a really big fluffy rug could be the vibe. I was definitely thinking something a bit more patterned, but if we do put a coffee table, it could be okay because it'll break up just the similarity of it all, I guess. This one's pretty adorable. I was kind of thinking of a bigger one though, like more of these square style ones. There's one from Parenthood. There's this one, yeah, from Parenthood, or there's this one from Laundry Day. I think it's probably gonna be the Laundry Day one. Oh wait, I don't know, that one is pretty cute. Shoot, I wasn't expecting to like them both this much. I really like the red there. Okay, the coffee table, no matter what one we use though, is making me realize I want to scooch that over. Yeah, that looks better to me. Or we do the deep brown. This one does have all of like the books and the board games, which is really fun. Oh, this one does have some books as well. Okay, I'm gonna try the Laundry Day one. There may be more red in here than I was originally planning for. but it's an easy enough thing to switch out if I decide in the end that it is in fact too much. Also, I did have my sim place a present pile, but it never showed up, and I don't know why that is. So we're gonna have to add our own. We have a bunch, well, it's not really a bunch actually, it's 2 or 3 from seasons. Okay, this is what was supposed to show up under the tree, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we have 3 from seasons and 2 from the holiday pack. I really like the star pattern on this. I don't think they would actually gift this many things at Christmas, but just for the look of it all, I am gonna put in more presents than is probably reasonable. Unless you're like a millionaire or something. But this is just The Sims and I'm just decorating, so it's okay if I go a little extreme. Oops. I don't know why this one's giving me a hard time, but I'll do it like that. Adorable. I do wish this had a bit more variety in this pile though. I really like all the mixed and matched wrapping papers here, which we don't get on this side, unfortunately. Maybe if I size this up and tuck it on this side, we could kind of fake the look that there's different present styles. Okay, perhaps something more like this. Yeah, I think that looks better. We could shrink this one and just tuck it under the tree just so there's a bit more happening down there, like it looks a little more full. If I squish more in on this side, your Sims definitely won't be able to access the tree now, but that's okay. They don't need to get to it anyways. Yeah, this is an egregious amount of presents, but just for the decoration vibes, I'm gonna put it all there. Ooh, you know what we need is some curtains. Again, I could use the cats and dogs ones and kind of frame it like that. But since I use them on this side, and you know what, I'll probably duplicate them here. I don't think I'll use them on the other side. Maybe I'll put that garland there. Oh, I could just go with these. Or are they too big? Might be a touch busy with everything happening here. I think we need something a bit more subtle for behind the tree, just because there's a lot with the tree itself and the presents. There's some simple ones from seasons here. I'm not sure about the swatches. Or we have Desert Luxe, which is pretty. Oh, what about these from Adventure Awaits? I'm just not sure they're gonna fit the window how I want them to. I think that's really cute, but they block the window rather than framing it. I know it just talked about doing something more subtle, but look at the paranormal ones. They're so pretty. Okay, maybe that could go in the parents' room. Oh, what about the sheer ones? These are just from Parenthood. They don't provide much though. Okay, I'm not sure why this is giving me such a hard time. Those ones are from high school years and could be quite nice. Ooh, maybe this could be our simple option. We just have these kind of half curtains that you could pull down. Yeah, I think we'll do that. That's Oh, wait, but it does cover the really pretty diamond shape of the window. Just when I thought I figured it out. Oh, maybe this base game curtain? It's got a fun droopy style. I thought there's a version that's like one bigger. Okay, maybe this could work. Either in dark brown or the beige. Maybe just the dark brown because it's lower contrast. I do kind of want them to be a bit bigger though. And then maybe I'll lower them manually. That's pretty good, right? I could even do a green if I really wanted, but let's just try the brown for now. There's, you know, enough happening as is. So we can do that. This is the whole kind of setup. I think I've got everything pretty much in place now. Let's see about bringing in the bookshelf. Could put it there. I was wondering about this hutch, but maybe it could go in the kitchen. Should I do 2 of the bookcases? Okay, that could work. Do I give them a TV? I'm on the fence about it because on one hand I really want to use one of these older TVs, but I could also use this. And it's got the little snowy trees. But for the aesthetic and the vibes, I am going to go with this older TV. This is from the Basement Treasures kit, but I just think it's such a cute item. It is too high though. Okay, that's better. It does come in some pretty beat up swatches, but this will do just fine. Yeah, that's really cute. And I can picture them watching like the claymation holiday movies on this little TV. That would be so cute. I want to live here personally. I think I'm kind of just decorating this how I would decorate my own place for holidays if I had the option to go this all out. It's just really, really cute. I know I keep saying that, but I just am obsessed. Let's put that tree there and then we can put the logs on the other side. I don't suppose... Okay, we don't have a train set, but what if I took the model trains and just kind of put them around? Because that's kind of a classic, like, holiday icon, I guess. I could even get rid of these presents underneath and then maybe just do the train wrapping around instead, which actually is really cute. Maybe, oops, maybe instead of some of these ones, oh wait, there is a bit more of lighter colors. Okay, and then just pretend they're all connected, but that's gonna be the train set, which is so cute. Okay, for up here, what is this object? Whoa, fancy. For up here, more candles. I want a candlestick specifically, or these ones. Though, was I gonna use those in the kitchen? I don't remember. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I can kind of put them wherever. I think I want the holiday pack version though. It's kind of really silly how we have 2 of the exact same objects, but from different packs. Like seasons, I had to pay for with my own money, and then the holiday pack was free, and it's just exactly the same object. Which, I mean, is great if you don't have seasons, but if you spend money on a pack, I don't want to see it as a free object in something else, because like I could have just waited and had it for free. That's like a little, well, maybe it's not even a little thing, but that's a thing that kind of bugs me with some of the objects in this game. I'm gonna put, I think, the really pretty stained glass lamp over here. I can make it more of a green, which is nice, just by changing the lighting color. I do want some individual candlesticks from Lovestruck though. I will adjust the placement of all of this in a little bit. A little music box. Ooh, or the old radio from Horse Ranch. Could be even better. Maybe a vase of roses. These are from Life and Death, which we're running out of space to place things, so we're gonna have to get to alt placing very soon. I'll just fill all of the spots in. Okay, and now we can place things a bit more precisely. I'll have that be the center, and then we can put the little flowers here. Or maybe candle and flowers. And then we could put this little collection. Okay, these are the placeholder ones, so I will try to mark them and envision it. I'll need something else over here. We could do, if we go into debug, can do a little TV remote. Very simple, but a nice little touch. Could put that just in front of the TV, and then maybe like a CD stack, and we can pretend that that's the collection of movies that they have. I'm gonna size it up with the tool mod, I think, to get it super precise, and maybe, I mean, it's in a square format, so it looks like music CDs. I'm going for TV CDs, but we can just pretend. And then I kind of want one more thing back there. Maybe some books. Just like this. Okay, I know it looks extremely chaotic. I'm going to solve it, I promise. Do it more like that. And then the books will just be behind. Okay, and let's delete the placeholders and see how it looks. Okay, pretty cute, but we do need more happening over here. I could do more books. Maybe like a book stack. Or actually, why don't I get rid of that and I'll just go show all, and then I'll filter by pack again, because I feel like there's a lot of holiday stuff that I'm probably going to gloss over because I don't really have it memorized because I never really use it. So if I keep filtering by pack, I'm hoping, like for example, the cards, though I actually do use these cards a lot. Yeah, things like this I can use as clutter instead of the kind of my go-tos, I guess. Could we put a wreath over the fireplace, or is that odd? Oh, we could do these cards as well, and like little drawings and stuff. Just a collection of those is actually quite cute. I like this one. Maybe with some more colored lights and garland. And then I'm just gonna move the fireplace for a second, and we'll put the cards here with the candles. Possibly a very big fire hazard, but it's The Sims. I think we'll be okay. Okay, precious, adorable, lovely, gorgeous, all of the above. Oh, we do have streamers too, which I kind of keep forgetting about. Oh, and this one. I'm gonna put this blanket rack from Life and Death over here. I like that one. I don't know if I'll use any of these in here. It's cute, but I feel like we have enough going on as is. Like I couldn't even think of where I would put this. Yeah, it can go somewhere else. Let me go ahead and do my string light, my colored Christmas light look again. It definitely covers areas, but honestly, I think it's okay. For here, I'll do the red, then I'll do the yellow orange, then the blue, then the green, then back to the red, and then back to the yellow orange. If this looked yellow orange, would that be better? Ooh, it would be better. Okay, let's do the red there, and then we can put the blue there. Maybe even throw the blue in over on that side too. Pretty cute. And I have just been using the holiday pack garland. I used it sized up because it fit the frame of that better, but in here it might be a little busy. There's the paper garlands. I would love to have a paper chain object in this game. We have one in Animal Crossing and I use it excessively. It just instantly makes a build so much cuter, and I feel like paper chains, like holiday paper chains, I've been seeing that a lot recently and they're just so cute. Or like the ribbon chains. I meant to make one. I bought ribbon and then it just completely got away from me, so I should probably get on that. Ooh, we have some holly that is just holly, no candles, so I can probably use that somewhere. I also have this item, which is really cute and probably good for a doorway. I'm gonna have to adjust that whole area. This garland doesn't look good inside, so I guess we'll be using the holiday one. I'm gonna do it like this, and then I will lower it with the tool mod to make sure it's all the same height. Okay, just so cute. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm getting cuteness aggression towards a build. This is turning out so much better than I could have expected. I feel so happy right now. Oh my gosh. And this really does make me want to do some just like gameplay in here, just as like the holiday special. So if I do have the time, I really am going to try to do that because it's just so magical. Such a good feeling when you just want to stare at your build all the time. I was considering using another rug, so I took this one from Growing Together, but it actually looks really cute with the Love Struck rug underneath because it kind of gives it like a scalloped edge. But I do think I prefer that over just the plain rug. So we're gonna use this one. I could do the lighter swatch there, but honestly, I think this is better. Okay, we do need to decorate some areas here. I think these logs with the candles and maybe some holly like that. Then we can have the little tea set. Okay, I like it best like this. And then we need some other things for on top of here. Maybe like a notebook. This open one. Ooh, paired with the little mug. Oh wait, you know what? Why don't, oh my gosh, wait, this is gonna be so cute. Hopefully this works out. Why don't we put a little note here, and then we can also put a mug right beside it, and then we can also put a plate. And this can be like the note they've put out for Father Winter with the little milk and cookies. Oh my gosh, this is so precious. Okay, I just need to think of how to do this without it getting stinky because I can't use a debug plate. Maybe I can take these ones just from Horse Ranch, and then we can lower it into the table and hopefully it'll just look like one plate. What I'm interested in is the cookies. Like if we're going to be able to find one individual cookie. Or what if it's just getting set up and then in the kitchen they're in the process of baking the cookies? I really hope you guys are getting as much joy out of this as I am. This is just like bringing back so much childhood nostalgia for me. This is adorable. Okay, I actually like this setup like this. So let me lower this, minus 0.2 maybe. Oh, that was way too much. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to accept the 2 stacks there because of the depth that they are. But I just think this is so good. I'm not sure if there's a cup aside from a mug that we could use. At least not one that, like all of them are gonna go stinky basically. This is the only one that's considered like a decoration. So we can go with it. I'm gonna go into debug and we're gonna find some kind of pen though. Like this, and this can be the note they've left. That's just, oh my gosh, I'm so happy with that. Can maybe switch up the color scheme just so it doesn't look like debug objects, but hopefully you get the sense of what I'm going for here. We can have that there. We have the notebook on this side. Oh, I wasn't even really considering the placement of this, but it's actually perfect because the fireplace is here. So hypothetically, the chimney is here and he comes down the chimney. So I feel like that's kind of perfect. You know what else would be so adorable, but I actually do have an idea of how to mimic it. Okay, so I'm thinking if it's like his footsteps from coming out of the chimney, maybe there's some kind of like white sawdust, like he's like the little footprints. Or I use the doggy feet prints. Okay, maybe it won't work as well as I thought, but it was a cute idea at least, because this is definitely, it doesn't look like snow, it looks like sand, so we won't use that. But that would have been so good. I could probably just put snow piles inside, but I don't think I'll do that. Why don't we get a pet bed actually? I could picture them having a cat or a dog. I feel like that look really cozy. Just over here by the fireplace. Alright, I do need more for this side table. I'm thinking a plant of some variety. Maybe some flowers. Also, perhaps some candles. Maybe just like a smaller little one like that. Oh, we could do the old phone as well. I guess I'm kind of making this more of like a retro-ish build, or not really retro, but just like not modern day. That's pretty cute. Okay, this is really coming together. This side does need a bit more attention. I'm thinking perhaps we just continue the string lights, though it looks like the bookshelves might block them. Maybe if I just put them a touch closer together. Okay, that works. This garland in here might be too much. So maybe I'll just go back to this one. I will do the holiday garland again though, because I thought that was really cute. I'll just kind of repeat what I did on the one side to this side. Right, and now we will change the colors. So this one can be red, this one can be the yellow, and we can have the green. Do another red. This one can be blue, yellow, and red again. Okay, lovely. I don't know if I'm digging the double bookshelf. I feel like I'd prefer if maybe it was just one. I don't know what to put here though. And then all of a sudden you can see how janky my light setup is. If it was a cat, I could put a cat tree here. Or like a scratching post or something, but I don't know if I'm loving that. Do I just need a wider bookshelf or something? Or, oops, maybe just some blankets. Where's that one? Yeah, from Cottage Living. You can just do a bunch of little cozies here. And a picture or a mirror. One of the two. I feel I've probably used all of my festive options. Maybe just this map? Or... ooh, this one's kind of pretty. Not kind of, it is pretty. This is the one from Cats and Dogs. I like that there just to kind of fill out the space. And I'll kind of scooch the door over a bit. I still kind of want something there since I'm going for like full-on maximalism. Maybe there's some kind of wall decoration, festive or otherwise. Oh, we have these little bows. I'm not sure where to put those, if I even want to put them somewhere. We have a tapestry. Don't know if it's the most applicable, but it does fill out the space pretty well. Oh, maybe just something like this. That's pretty cute. Yeah, I'll go with that. Okay, this living room is complete and looks absolutely incredible, if I do say so myself. It's so busy in here, but I think in the best way. And hopefully you guys will think the same as well. Let's do the kitchen next before we move on to any of the bedrooms. I'm not sure about the counters because I was kind of thinking of these ones from Cottage Living because I think the red works well for this house because, I mean, that is the color scheme. I don't know if it's like too on the nose, but even if it wasn't like a festive theme build, I feel like this would still match because there's red in the wallpaper. So, you know what? Maybe I'll just lean into it. I am not certain about the lighting right now though, so I'm just gonna, I'll have both of them for now while I decorate. Maybe I should even shrink this because it's a little bit big, but we will use these counters. For the layout, I was wondering if I want to have this hutch somewhere because that'll determine how many of the counters I have, but I actually think we don't really need it. I'll do a small L shape like this. And we can put one of the corner cabinets over here. Yeah, maybe we could put like a long cabinet, or actually, I guess the fridge could go here. Let's take a look at our options. Ooh, this red one does pair pretty well. Don't know if it's the exact aesthetic that I was going for. Like, I feel like they would have a really decorated fridge like this, but not necessarily that style of fridge. Kind of picturing the old style one from Cottage Living. I will do it in like this off-white cream color. And that can be our fridge. Maybe we could put some sticky notes on it. We'll see how we're feeling. I also should put in a smoke alarm just to be safe. And probably a burglar alarm as well. And I guess if it's a winter home, a thermostat too. Just get all the essentials in here quick. Okay, back to the kitchen. We will need a stove. I think I'll put the stove over here. Or, you know what? Maybe instead of an L, it might even be a bit cozier if we did it like this. Ooh, and maybe, since there's like this archway there, maybe instead of having counters go all the way along there, we either put a island or we could just do a small little breakfast table with a circular mini table. That could be really adorable. Even with a tablecloth, I would love if there was a gingham option for this table, but alas, we do not have that. Maybe I'll go with just this white one with the green legs, and then we can find some kind of chair for that. I could go with the other cats and dogs ones that I was gonna use in the dining room, these ones here. How do I feel about that? I actually feel like that's really cute. Just trying to decide how I want to lay it out. I like the idea of being able to look out the window, but I think it fits the space better like this. Why not put the treats on top of there? Then I'll still have to find somewhere for all of this. Oh, maybe the treats should go there and this could be the Christmas decor. I always like to have my sinks underneath my windows because I feel like if you're doing the dishes, this would be the ideal kind of setup. But I don't love that the fridge is right beside it. Like, I usually prefer to space it out like this, but I guess I'll do it anyways. I feel like I never branch out with my sink choices. I don't know why. I have like a standard set that I go to. Yeah, like that one doesn't speak to me. This one's too modern. This one's cool, but not necessarily what I'm looking for. I just love this one, this base game one. It's one of the cheaper ones, but it is probably my favorite or most used one. I suppose I could use this matching one, but I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the built-in as is. Why not do, just for a bit of extra interest, maybe we could pick a different end piece here. Oh, I thought it was the exposed one like this, but it is the other one. Maybe I can do this one over here. And then I guess let's put the stove, we'll put it here, just so that the opposite of all the kitchen appliances is an empty space, so it shouldn't interfere with anything, if that makes sense. Could use an older style oven. Could just go straight red with the Parenthood one. I really love this oven, but maybe I'll actually just use it in a beige to match the fridge that we used. I definitely think a kettle or a coffee maker in here would be perfect. Oh, this hot cocoa tray. Maybe I'll put this out in the living room actually, and they can make some cocoa out there. That's super cute. And then for in here, I will do a kettle. Like I want to use this one. This is from Adventure Awaits, but it's one of those special objects you get if you purchase it at a certain time, which I'm not a fan of using because I think that's kind of a silly way to do it. I mean, I get why they do it, but at the same time, you're already paying like a lot of money for the packs. You should be able to get every item that comes with it. There shouldn't be something that's locked within a time frame. So I guess I won't use it, even though I feel like it suits the house the best. Kind of between these two, but I'll go with this one. Maybe actually I will put it on the end here though. Could also be cute if we had an espresso machine. I mean, I definitely have the counter space for it, but I don't know. Maybe it's not the vibe for this house. A rice cooker or a pressure cooker, that's what this is. Definitely seems like the vibe for this house though, so I'm gonna put that over here. I do like it in the orange, but perhaps I'll just go for the white to kind of match the fridge. And I was gonna throw in a dishwasher as well. Do it like that. Okay, that's like all of the basic items in here that we need for it to be functional, aside from a trash can. So let's put in one of those as well. I'm just gonna use this one. I love this one. This is from Get to Work. But something about being able to see the trash bag makes me so happy. Like, it's just such a realistic item compared to these that don't have any trash bags in it. I don't know. I never feel like using those too much. I pulled out a whole mess of decorations here, but we can kind of figure it out together. I did say I wanted to have a counter that's like they're in the middle of baking cookies, like this one here. And then I think beside that, maybe I'll throw in the other kitchen clutter object. This is more of like a dough, but that kind of looks like they're making some sort of cookie dough there. So that could actually be like a set. I kind of like it with the darker wood for a bit of contrast, but honestly, the only other counter space we're going to have is going to be this one, and this one. The one where the dishwasher is attached, we will leave that empty so that, you know, the kitchen is actually functional. So that might mean we have to get rid of a couple of these cookies, but we'll see. That might not be the case. Over here we have the pressure cooker. Maybe we could put the scale in the corner with a candle on it. Like that one there, that's pretty cute. Maybe we can throw in this one too. I use that in the front hall, but I think I could use it again in here. Unless I wanted to use this log one. Perhaps that's a touch more festive. Even though I do think I'll use it on the table over there as well, but I think it's okay if I use it a couple times in here. It does get kind of hidden. Maybe if I scooch it over. I could put something else on top of this scale. I did pull out a couple of plants. I thought this one would be really cute. It felt very homey to me. Just given like the vessels they're in, because it's a jar and a mug. So I thought that was pretty nice. I think I prefer the green leaves, so we can do that. I did want to throw in a recipe book as well. I'm thinking we'll have to scooch some of this over. Maybe that even goes on a different end, or we use this tall candlestick and save that smaller thing for the breakfast table. That can go on that side. We will have just like a couple of little storage things here. I want the half size as well. Also, again, from the kitchen clutter kit, you could have this little jar. That could be for our tea station there. I did have a treat jar as well. Oh, I also want to put the kettle, the teapot with the kettle, and then it could look like they're about to make a batch of tea to go and sit in the living room or something. Maybe I'll do the jars instead of the treats. I can put the mortar and pestle here and maybe this as well. Okay, I'm going to switch out some of the swatches here. I think this one could be cereal and this could be cashews. That's what it looks like at least. And then we can put this counter back. Oh, I did want to change the recipe though, because clearly they are not making pizza. Let's do this one here. And then for this side corner here, I picked this utensil holder from Adventure Awaits because it's got the little deer on it. Maybe it's even a reindeer. I think I'll just go with the brown swatch for this. I can put these jars beside. Same with this little one here. And the mortar and pestle. Alright, that fills up the space really well, actually. Maybe I could do... I was debating this green swatch for those jars, but it actually blends in a lot with the wallpaper. So maybe not that one. Do the red there, and maybe these will just be the white ones with the little fruits. Okay, this side, I think we can squeeze in a plant. Again, or actually not again, this is from the garden to table kit, I believe. Yes, garden to table. Let's do maybe a darker green swatch to kind of contrast the wall a little bit. I am going to get rid of those treats there. And this bucket, we'll put the kettle there. I'll put this little jar. Actually, you can't really see it if I put it there. I will put it on this side. Maybe I'll even do two of them, like one's the tea bags and one is the sugar. That's cute. That looks like a little set there. I like that. I guess I have this exact kettle out in the living room, but that's okay. We don't need to worry about that. Whoops. I'm gonna look for a mug and then, ooh, or maybe instead of the mug, we use this tea stand. This can just be a full tea corner. Adorable. Maybe I'll raise up the plant and put it on top of the fridge here, just for a bit of extra something. I wonder then if we could also put the pot that I just put away, the one from Horse Ranch, this one here, could also add that up here. Just for some extra decoration and whatnot. But yeah, this one has to stay empty so we actually have a functional kitchen. So I will leave it like that. I'm gonna try to center the light more with the kitchen unit. Put these plates there. Wonder about the curtains. Oh, I could use the single tile ones from Cats and Dogs. These match the ones we've been using. I would probably raise them up with the tool mod a little bit though. And that way they shouldn't clip with the ceiling. Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, this garland actually has a really bad shadow when you size it down, so I'm not sure about that. It may change. over in here. Maybe for something more subtle, we'll just do the green plaid. It's the same pattern as the red, just a different color. So I can throw that in. And then we'll do the little breakfast spot here. Again, from garden to table, I wanted to use this here. This looks like very kind of winter vegetables, so to speak. Like I'd imagine they make a very yummy stew out of this. Maybe that's the Christmas dinner over here. And we could throw in the candles with it. It's pretty squishy on this table. Maybe I could even size this down. I definitely like it as a larger object, but we only have so much space. Maybe the jars actually go in a bedroom instead. And then we could probably fit both of these at full size. And then again, I would like a mug just for right here to look like someone's actively been sitting here and having their morning coffee or something, maybe while they're in the middle of baking or cooking. And I think that looks adorable. That's a very nice cozy kitchen. We do need more garlands though, I'm realizing. Oh, and I should probably move this to the other side now. Okay, I'm thinking garlands and string lights, but is that going to be too much? We can at least put them on this side because that wall's empty. And then we could do them like this. Yeah, I don't know about the lights though. I did also do the bathroom, which I'll give you a better tour at the end, but yeah, I used the straight lights for those, which I guess I could use over here. Maybe I'll just try some lights like that. I don't know if it's kind of a weird placement, but I feel like we can't not have lights in here. We need some kind at least. All right. I mean, I definitely brought in the festive vibes now, so that's good. I'll move the plates to the other side just because it's kind of busy over here. And now I think we can call it for the kitchen. This is so cute and cozy, especially this side. I love it. Let's do the parents' bedroom next. I pulled up these two beds because this is kind of what I was thinking. I'm not sold on this one from Adventure Awaits. It definitely feels more fall-like to me. But this one here from Base Game might be a little too plain. We do have this nice one from Horse Ranch, but I was thinking of using that over in the teen's bedroom. Also, the reason the teen has the biggest room is because you can't actually have a bed going this way. At least it's very squishy and I'm not sure if it'd be fully functional. And since I want a double bed, it wasn't going to work in here unless I put it over on this side. But I don't know, that didn't feel quite as cozy. So I'm just going to put the parents' bedroom over here. We actually will use this one in here because I've decided that we could use the other one from Horse Ranch that has the actual like evergreen tree on it, sort of, in the teen's bedroom. I guess the other alternative is to use the double bed version of this in the parents' room, but I don't know if I'll like it in here as much. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's quite the vibe. I am still torn about if it should be a green or red version of this rug. Maybe the red, but once again, I wonder if it's even the rug that I want. It could work better in here. I have a much more green color scheme. But I don't think it's necessarily bad in here. But now it feels like there's a disconnect with the walls. But let's try to get some other pieces in and maybe we can tie it all together. Like we could use the red side tables. but I think that's a bit overkill. Maybe, I guess I did use this one out in the living room, so perhaps not. I thought maybe the more red orange wood would tie in the wallpaper, but I use this exact one out there. I do have it in other colors, or not other colors, in other styles of bedside tables, which I'm not sure if I like or not. Just because it doesn't match the bed frame, and that's kind of bugging me. Okay, maybe I'll go with ones that do match the bed instead. I also think I have to adjust these windows so they're centered in the room. That means they'll be off-centered on the outside, which I don't know if I like. I guess I could put the bed like this instead. That gives us a little bit more space to work with. Maybe a red ottoman at the foot of the bed. What is it under? Comfort. There we go. Miscellaneous. There's that one from Life and Death. Ooh, there is a horse ranch one. I don't know if it comes in red though. Ooh, it does. It's a pretty nice one as well. Ooh, I also always like this one from Laundry Day, but the swatches are a bit too pastel. This is my beloved one from Adventure Awaits, but I do need something with red to tie it in, as cute as that one is. So let's go with this one from Horse Ranch. And then across from the bed, we can put a dresser. Just blanked on the name. That's a pretty nice one from Life and Death, but I'm not sure it's quite the aesthetic that I'm going for. Maybe I do a matching one to the end tables. I think that's good. And then a really big, pretty mirror. Perhaps this one from the Basement Treasures kit. It doesn't really fit the best in here though. I could just do another horse ranch object. Maybe I'll do it in the lighter wood to tie in the wallpaper a bit more, because I don't want all the woods to be matching. That doesn't feel very on brand for this house. Ooh, over here I did have a mirror, but what if it was a grandfather clock instead? That feels like a very festive thing to have. Could do it like this. I'll get rid of the mirror. I'll put the shoes on this side. Map there. So can I change the frame? Yes, let's do that. And then this gorgeous grandfather clock can sit out in the hall. Yep, that's perfect. We will be keeping that. I'll put a small one on the bedside or on the wall. I really like this base game one, so let's add that. Guess we need curtains too. Oh, maybe here is where I could use the little pull down ones. And I'm scared if I use the green, it's kind of not matching the rest of the greens, so... Oh, that one could be better. It's a bit more of a cool toned green, which matches more. I'm not sure what to do for paintings. You know what? This gallery wall object never fails me from Love Struck, so maybe that one. I'd really like to have a wintry one, but my options are limited here. There is the only one that I can think of, which would be from Seasons, which definitely has the, you know, seasonal aspect to it. But I don't necessarily like the way that it's broken up. Feels not exactly like the aesthetic of this house, but that is really cute actually. The art on this picture is so pretty. I just wish it was more of like a rectangle, something a bit more classic. I don't know if this matches the bedroom the best. Should it maybe go there and then the sea picture can go in the bedroom? It's not bad. Maybe the gallery wall will go above the headboard. And I feel like one other thing on the side. This little picture from Werewolves. I like that one there. And I'll do the silver for some contrast. And then on each side here, I can put a lamp or some candles or both. Maybe we'll do the candles on that side and a lamp on this side. I do want it to feel a little less symmetrical. There we go. My brain is quite slow today. I'm doing this after my shift because I work today and I feel like my brain is slowly losing its power. I think we should switch the sides these are on. And I can raise up the clock. I need more plants, but I'm not sure which ones. These red roses are really cute, but do they look too fancy? I don't know, I actually think they're kind of adorable. I think I need to adjust the placement of all of this. So more like this. Then we can have one other object there, maybe like a picture frame. I could do one singular rose on this side. Let me find a picture frame. I'm genuinely surprised that none of the little ones, like the little standing ones of the apple and the pear, I'm very surprised those didn't come up when I searched picture. Most intriguing. We're gonna pretend it's not a pear though, like maybe it's a picture of a loved one or something. Because the pear is just always so random, but I have no way to change it. I'm gonna give them some books. Alright, it's quite cozy in here. Lastly, we just need to decorate the top of this. So you could put a couple of toiletries. Maybe some makeup as well. Oh, this one has a pretty tartan pattern that feels very festive, so we'll use that. Need the bag and the glasses. The little bar kit in here might actually be adorable as well. And then, of course, a candle and a lamp. Or a candle or lamp. I'm not sure. Maybe let's do candles. Oh, and because I don't want to lose the festivity of it all, we can perhaps bring in more of these kind of table runner things. And we can line the dresser with them. Maybe it'd make more sense for them to be kind of towards the back, and then I can put this stuff in front of it. I think I'll leave the bag out of it then, because that feels like a fire hazard. And we already have this makeup tray, which I think suits the room a bit better. And then we have some smaller toiletries. Since there's already a lot of candles, I won't be adding the candlesticks, I don't think. I do want a bit more height though. I don't know, I think it's okay. Debating garland in here, because there is a lot happening in terms of patterns in here between the wallpaper, the bed, the carpet. And I'm a little worried that the garland will push it over the edge. But maybe just on one side can't hurt. That is the scale, and I do in fact want the height. Alright, I think that's cute. I won't put any of the Christmas lights in here to keep it maybe a bit more, like, sophisticated, I guess. I don't want to say sophisticated, because that's, I mean, I literally have Christmas lights in my room. Even though maybe I'm not the most sophisticated person, but more like mature, I guess. And the glasses, okay. I think that's actually going to be it for their room, unless lastly, could use the basket of cozies. Is that what it's called? The one from Eco Lifestyle, not from Cottage Living. Oh, basket of cozies is the Cottage Living one. What's the Eco Lifestyle one? It's a slightly smaller, more condensed object, so I think it'd fit in here a bit better. I just really don't know what category it's under. Ooh, should I throw some extra pillows on the bed? Maybe I'll put one red pillow. Oh, here it is. It's called the Laundry Go Round Wicker Hamper. Quite the name. We'll scooch the ottoman off to the side. It won't be centered, and then we can throw the basket beside it. And I think that's really cute. Okay, adorable for the parents' room. So lastly, let's go do the teenagers' room. As you can see, we're going very whimsical and evergreen forest kind of vibes. I don't know the layout yet. Maybe in the corner here, or perhaps this corner, and then we could have a desk here and a dresser on that end, maybe with a little chair. And then over here we could have a side table. I think that'd be very cute. For side table, the horse ranch is pretty nice. Oh, it doesn't even come with the light green base here. Ooh, or a darker green, but I think that's perfect for this room. And we can put the little mason jar tree decoration beside it. This is such a cute object. I really should use this more. Even just for like winter builds, it doesn't have to be festive. It's literally just trees in a jar. And then here we will put the desk. Could give them a really grand one like this from Life and Death, but wait. No, this one from Paranormal is so perfect. This looks like whimsical winter magic. Oh, that's too good. Okay, we will definitely be using that. Might actually put it in front of the window instead. Ooh, or in front of this window. You get a really pretty light coming in. That's in the afternoon. In the evening, don't know where the light comes from in the evening. Morning, afternoon. I would think over there, but it doesn't really come through the window per se. Okay, maybe unrealistic to... Well, actually, it's a teenager. They could be trusted with fire. because the chimney is right there. So what if I gave them this little wood oven? Imagine having this in your bedroom. My dream. I've used this one a lot though. I could instead use the freestanding one from Adventure Waits, but I did kind of want the like chimney feature just because the height adds to the build, I think. I'll put that there, and then we can put a cozy chair beside the fire here. Have I used this one yet? I think I used it in the entrance. Yeah, I did. Okay. I will look for something else then. Oh, I haven't used the high back. This is definitely like an old soul teenager. Like they just really like to read books and be cozy by the fireplace. I could even do it like this. It's gonna be a lot of chairs in one spot, but this is so cozy. I'm so jealous of this room. And then beside the fire, we can put the dresser right there. This one comes in green from Parenthood, and I really like this one mainly because it reminds me of a dresser that I had growing up, which I actually still have, but I think at one point I switched out the knobs on it to be like crystal ones. Or I got crystal knobs with the intention of switching them out, but never actually did. Maybe this one instead, though, from Cottage Living, because I like the built-in mirror. Okay, I really want to like this chair swatch, but it's not working for me. The red is just, it's too plain. Oh, maybe the brown with the little green tartan. Yeah, that's super cute. There is kind of like weird spaces here that I'm not fully sure what to do with. I guess a mirror could work. This one is from Get Together. It's really quite pretty actually, very ornate. We will need a rug in here as well. We could just do something super big and fuzzy. Like that's really cozy, but I do kind of want a pattern instead. Oh, would this one look better out here? There is a lot more red to it. I think it's the blue that's kind of throwing me off though. So I won't use that, but is it kind of cute in here? Wait. I wasn't thinking that swatch for in here, but honestly, the red is quite nice with the blue. It kind of pulls out the blue from this desk a little bit. Oh, or of course, there's the life and death ones. The green works really well, but I feel like I need to pull in more red for it to match the rest of the house. We're gonna try this one from Cottage Living instead. I'm just not sure about the placement. I guess this isn't too bad. I do think maybe it should be just a touch bigger though. Oh, that's not exactly a touch bigger now, is it? Oh, I think I had already sized it down a little bit. Let's go with 0.9. I think that's a decent size. Ooh, there is just the roses instead, but I really like the gold and the red together with this green. Which does make me think maybe we use the yellow chair instead with the green throw. And maybe paired with the green dresser. Just so there's more contrast. Some light over here, some cozy lamp is gonna be good. I definitely will put string lights in this one though. Oh, we do have the ceiling versions of them too. Maybe I'll use those ones in here. This might have been a lot easier to use actually. Okay, and then I will change out the colors because that looks like not the cozy vibes that I wanted. Okay, that's cute. You can't see them as much with this wallpaper, but I think that's okay. I did have this little garland that I would have been carrying around this whole time, but again, I don't think it's gonna work in here. Maybe in the nursery? I will try to find a lamp though. This patchwork one is actually adorable and definitely suits what I was going for, so I'll put that over here. Super cute. Could even do it in a more subtle swatch. Yeah, I think that's good. That's so cute, I love it. And then we will put a desk chair. This one matches the bedside table, so it could be good to bring that over here. But I'm not too sure. I could get a dark green chair from Horse Ranch, but it doesn't look as comfy because it's just a wooden chair. Ooh, this one's really nice. It's red striped and gold. I feel like that's too good not to use. I might switch out the side table. I don't know if I'm as sold on that. It doesn't feel like it matches the rest of this room is the problem. Maybe this one from For Rent. It's pretty adorable. Yeah, I'll do it with the more red-brown tone. And then we do need curtains still. I could try the ones from Adventure Awaits, but I don't think that's the style that I want, as much as I love the patterns on it. Are the red beaded curtains a bit much in here, or just enough? I kind of love them. I'm gonna go with it. As I said, this build may very well not be for everyone, maybe a select few, but I hope the process is at least entertaining. But I just love how mismatched everything is. I just think it adds to the coziness of it. I want to put some books on the desk. Oh, this one with the little hearts. Ooh, or we should use the ones... Oh, wait. This one from Enchanted by Nature is cute, but I was thinking the ones from Cottage Living with the bunnies. They're somewhere. Oh, in case I don't find them, I'll use that. We will go ahead and use this one, though. Maybe in a slightly darker swatch. I think I need to break out my shelf from Dream Home Decorator because it's not snapping to the surfaces that I want it to. And I'll also want to put like candles and stuff up there, so I think I will size it down one because it is a bit large for the space. And we can get some of these pretty candles. And a tiny little plant would be super cute. Maybe the one from Enchanted by Nature. Okay, Okay, wait, I was gonna delete those, but we'll keep them so that we can decorate the surface of this. Do I give them a laptop? I don't know, I don't really think it suits them. Maybe we'll give them this, but we are gonna pretend that it is like an actual typewriter and not a computer typewriter, because I think that'd be cuter. But in the gold is just, it's so precious. I love it. I do need just a few more decorations here, or like one more. Maybe we could put more cards. I could even shrink them down. Just to bring in a bit more festivities in here. I still need one thing for here. Some kind of cozy object. I've used both of the blanket ones, so I don't know if I should use them again. I'll put this retro phone lunchbox combo from the Basement Treasures kit over here. I think that's very fitting for this room. It's the little freezer bunny plushie as well. So adorable. Maybe I'll just put down some hair products in like a bag. Can put in a little more clutter, I guess. I'll store some puzzles over there. Maybe more books on here, mixed with more candles. I think this is probably a very responsible teenager with the amount of fire in this room. Let's get another sort of plant. Did I use the roses? Yeah, I did. What about this one from the Grange Mudroom kit? There is a red option. Okay, I'm gonna try that. We're just gonna move everything and I'll place the objects. Okay, I think it's between the phone and the books. I actually think the books are a little more fitting, so we can keep those. I do want now like one more thing here. Maybe the perfume tray. Or what about the makeup item from high school years, but not the large version? I guess the small version is just the brushes, isn't it? Okay, we will just use the normal version here. Hopefully it fits. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'll just change the color here. So maybe just the white. How cozy. Then over here, we'll add in a lamp. Maybe we can use the same one that we used in the living room, but as a lamp form instead of a standing lamp. Like table lamp versus standing lamp. Okay, it's quite cozy in here. Very over the top, I know. And maybe I have a little bit of decoration blindness right now, but I don't think that's my problem at the moment. I guess lastly, we'll throw in some garland. Just on the one side though, because the curtains are kind of covering the other sides. So we'll just go with this. Unless I could put it here as well. Okay. You know what? Maybe on this side too. Maybe I'm doing too much and it's a bit overkill. I don't know. I can't help myself. Maybe it's the rug. let me try the werewolves one instead. I don't actually know if that makes it better or not, but it is at least a little more subtle. It still has a bit of red in it. Okay, we'll try this so I can tone it down a notch, and then we'll save the rug for the nursery, which is what we're gonna do next. I have a couple of options in here. We'll use this rug. The wallpaper, as I believe I mentioned, is Adventure Awaits, but I did switch it to a different version with the deer and the evergreens because, I mean, it's giving reindeer in this context, so I thought we might as well. This garland is not going to work. It's going to have to go. It was a companion until the end. I don't think I want that one from Life and Death. Not sold on this one. This gives me more fall vibes. It does match the wallpaper really well though. Or this even matches the rug. It's just such a cute bed, and the bedding, I've said this before, but it makes me so nostalgic because it reminds me of my doll's bedding growing up that my grandma sewed, and like she made a quilt for my doll basically, and it was this kind of soft felt sort of fabric, and that's what this reminds me of, pattern and everything. We could also go for something a touch simpler like this one, but I don't know, I think it's too simple. This is too busy, so I need to find some middle ground, which I think could be this one, but then there's like no break because there's pattern here, pattern here, pattern here. I don't necessarily want to get rid of any of them. Okay, what if I kept it but did it in a more soft color? Maybe like this. I'll throw in a change table, just get some of the other elements in, and then we can sort of see. I'd like a toy box. Maybe this change table looks the most homey to me. Put the toy box here. And then we can have a reading chair in the corner, like a rocking chair maybe. The dark color scheme isn't working for me though. Oh, there is this one. It's a bit more subtle. I really want to use this one though, it just felt very festive to me. I just don't know if it works with the wallpaper. Maybe it's better in here actually, as the parents' carpet. It does match the wallpaper. I don't know if this one suits the toddler's bedroom though. Not exactly. Quite the dilemma. I think I'll just leave it. It's not awful, is it? Okay, maybe the bed does need to change. I don't know which of the elements isn't working with each other, but we'll try this instead, though that makes me think that the rug is the problem, as much as I don't want to admit it. Yeah, that's probably a bit more cohesive than what I had. I do want a bit more red though, so maybe I can bring in these same curtains that I've been using, just in the red. And then I definitely want more garland, because it needs to feel festive. And yeah, it's probably too much garland, but this is a very over-the-top household, as you can tell. Oh, I did say I wanted a reading chair, didn't I? Let me put that in. We have this cozy chair. Well, I don't actually know how comfy it looks, but it's certainly a beautiful item from Life and Death. I do quite like the red swatch. But if we wanted something a bit more plush, we do have the ones from Growing Together. Not the most color options though, like they're all very muted. But I think this does look a bit cozier, so we'll go with this one. Maybe I can find that bookshelf that rests against the wall for the toddler's room. This one here. We'll actually just put it above the toy chest there. And I think throw in a lamp here as well. Because hypothetically, you wouldn't really want a standing lamp in a toddler room, I don't think. But since it's The Sims and they can't actually knock it over, we're gonna add it. If I can find one I like. Honestly, again, adventure awaits. I don't know if I love the paddle stand for this build specifically, but I think the lampshade is really good. To the point where I don't really want to pass it up. I'll put it in, I guess I'll put it in the yellow orange to match the lighting all throughout. Maybe the pictures could go here instead. Also unsure if I'll add Christmas lights in this room or not. You'll see in the tour. But for now, I do want a little bit more clutter. Some change table clutter. I can put in this hamper here. Or maybe actually, instead of the hamper, it should be a trash can. Because you can have them automatically snap, and then that way your Sims will just throw out the diapers beside the change table. This one here. Okay, I need my dream home decorator shelf again. This is all just base game clutter here from when we got the infant update. This is all free goodies that I'm using here. And this is just a base game item that's been in the game forever. Okay, so cute though. I honestly think that's good for the toddler's room as well, which means now it's time for the grand tour. This is how the outside came out, which I think is so cozy and magical. I love the little reindeer. That's probably one of my favorite things about the house, because I also never get to use that, but it's just so cute. This is it in the morning light. We have the side, and the house is like right up to the edge of the lot, so I couldn't really put anything over there. Maybe I will switch it to the afternoon so you can get a little bit of a better view. I put some more garland, some wreaths, and of course all the snowy evergreens. This is the other side. This side gets the best light. I think all in all, the outside is just so cozy. And I'm really happy with how well my vision has been matched, which is always a very good feeling. We also have the festive doormat. So this is the entranceway. It's just so cozy. You're going to hear me say that a lot, as I've said it much throughout the build already. I mean, just look at it. It's so homey in here. I guess since we're here, we'll start on the toddler's room. It's very foresty in here. Very warm. I love it. And then in here, okay, I honestly think the dining room has to be one of my favorite rooms in the whole house. The gallery wall really makes it with Father Winter at the center. I mean, come on. That was just too perfect. And I really love the combination that I did for the table and chairs and everything. Then I put this little corkboard as well for like the dinner menu basically. And then if you're sitting here, you get a really pretty view of the living room as well, which I mean, again, has to be one of my favorites. Oh, I also did switch out the wallpapers, which you didn't see in the video. But this is everything I hoped it would be. We have the little Father Winter treats there. I also keep taking screenshots just because there's so many angles that are pretty. And it's just so full too. Like I really decorated to the max. And just imagine when that fireplace is going. And then here we have the teens room, which gets the best light. Look at that. I really love it in here. I love how it's kind of like grandma-core a little bit, which I believe I'm partial to. Oops, I somehow ended up in the roof. But the little desk area, especially, that's really nice. Yeah, I like the combo in here. Definitely bold, but I think it's a cute one. Then we have the hallway here, which I'll give you a better tour after, but let's look at the bathroom first, which I put the Christmas lights in here as well. I kept it pretty simple. Well, actually, is this simple? I don't know. There's not much in here, but there is a lot of patterns and stuff. But all in all, I think very cute. And I like that this window looks like it could open. And then this is the back door, which will just take you out this way. Grandfather clock. And here's the cozy kitchen. I really like the red cabinets, honestly. I thought it might be a little over the top, but even if it is, I think it works just because of the wallpaper I chose. And this little breakfast area is so precious. And lastly, we'll take a look at the parents' bedroom. I really like the gallery wall in the end. And yeah, just this whole section is really, really warm. And I feel like I would have the best 8 hours sleep of my life in here. Alright you guys, that has been us building this super cozy, warm, nostalgic holiday home. I really hope you enjoyed it. I actually don't think I'm going to have time to do that little holiday playthrough in this house, unfortunately, because I'm running out of time. It's a busy week for me, but I really hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you enjoy playing in it if you can. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful holidays, or if you don't celebrate, I hope you enjoy the time off and just get a little bit of a rest in, a little bit of a reset. Thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, if you have any comments or suggestions, things you want to see me build, make sure you leave it down below, and hopefully I will see you all in the next one.